Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to Workout International. I'm here in Sofia, Bulgaria, the place where I come from. I'm at my mom and dad's apartment. My mother is actually filming me, but that will change very soon because next week I will be flying to Dublin, Ireland. I will be training at Straight Blast Gym, which is the gym where Conor McGregor first started with mixed martial arts and actually where he developed as a mixed martial artist and became a superstar. Coach Kevin and Coach Owen Roddy are probably the biggest reasons behind his success, and McGregor was and still is training at Straight Blast Gym. So I will be attending the gym, I will be training there. In addition to that, I will be going to Crumlin Boxing Club, the boxing club where Conor McGregor started with boxing when he was 13 years old. Apart from that, I will be going to the Black Forge Inn, which is Conor McGregor's pub. He owns the pub, he visits the pub very often with his friends and family. So I will be also showing that place, and I will be trying to reach Conor McGregor to get him in front of the camera for an interview. I will also try to speak to his coach, Coach Kavanagh, to interview Coach Kavanagh. So these are big goals of mine, and these are dreams which I've been having for a long time. So interviewing Conor McGregor is something which is definitely on my bucket list as a journalist, and I will make it happen very soon. Now, in today's video, I've got a very interesting topic, and it's actually very simple. It's a question. What is the reason behind Arman Tsarukyan's success? Now, you probably guys know that Arman Tsarukyan is a UFC fighter. He's a lightweight, a top 3 lightweight, probably the main contender when it comes to the lightweight division in the UFC. It's very possible that he will be fighting against Ilia Topuria for the title if Ilia Topuria defends successfully against Justin Gaethje. But what is the reason behind Arman Tsarukyan's success? Now, many of you will probably say, well, he's a phenomenal kickboxer, a world-class MMA fighter, a great grappler, a very technical wrestler, he's physically strong, he's financially secure, he's good-looking, his parents are rich, he's got everything. And that's true. However, in my opinion, what truly separates Arman Tsarukyan from everyone else is his calmness and authenticity. Let me explain. Arman Tsarukyan is not a big guy. He's not a physically imposing person. If you look at him, he's 1 meter and 70 centimeters tall, which means 5 feet 7 inches tall or 6 inches tall. 5'6", 5'7", which is not tall at all. Apart from that, he's not a heavy guy. I believe that off season he probably reaches about 85 kilograms, but no more than that. So that's about 185 pounds. So when it comes to height, he's not tall. When it comes to weight, he's not really a heavy guy in comparison to the general population of the world. So when he enters a room, he's not the biggest, he's not the strongest, he's not the tallest, he's probably not even the smartest. However, whenever he enters a room, you feel his calmness, his authenticity, self-belief and confidence. And that comes from a very relaxed nervous system. Arman Tsarukyan is a person who always feels in peace. And the reason for that is because his nervous system is very balanced and because his conscious and subconscious minds are united. Now let me explain. First of all, your nervous system is what is responsible for the way you perceive the world. A person who is calm, relaxed, composed, he enters a room and he does not experience any worry, or even if he gets some worrying thoughts, he disregards them, he ignores these thoughts. And Arman Tsarukyan is exactly like that. No matter what the place is, no matter what the people around him are, he just acts calmly and feels calm and he's relaxed. I mean, look at the situation with Mehdi. They had a grappling match with this Chechen guy Mehdi, who is a very good MMA fighter and a very solid grappler. They had a grappling match, and basically during the match, Mehdi gave Arman Tsarukyan a tip kick, a front kick to his body. Arman was not happy about that. There are people in the audience, in the public who also got mad. Things could have gotten very heated. However, Arman stayed composed, he stayed relaxed. The match continued. Arman took the opponent down, he took Mehdi down, and he choked him out unconscious with, I believe, 20 seconds until the end of the match. But my point is, it was a situation where there were high nerves. He remained composed, kept on doing what he was supposed to be doing, and he submitted the opponent. Then, from what I understood, after the fight, there were people, Chechen people I guess, who are waiting for Arman Tsarukyan to look for a confrontation with him. So police had to escort Arman out of the building. And there is a video of Arman Tsarukyan walking with probably 10, 15, 20 policemen surrounding him, and he looks so relaxed, so calm, so confident. Imagine if there is a group of people who are willing to have a problem with you, a conflict, and you just walk out relaxed without a single care in the world. Only Arman can do that. Then, when he had that wrestling match with Shara Bullet is a bigger guy, a heavier guy. In a real fight, Shara would beat him. I mean, Shara is a middleweight in the UFC, but Arman doesn't care. He takes the challenge. He has a face-off with Shara. He even goes for the single leg as a joke during their face-off. He even says that he will gift Shara an apartment in Armenia, in Yerevan, if Shara manages to take him down or to beat him. So imagine the confidence. He knows he cannot beat Shara in an MMA fight. He's a lower weight class. He is significantly smaller, but still he's confident. He's relaxed. He's calm. And in the wrestling match, he does his best. He really tries to win, but the time is too short. The time frame is too short, and obviously, he did take Shara Bullet down, but could not finish him. But my point is, Shara was also not trying to engage, to be honest. But Arman did what he was supposed to do. Although he was facing a bigger opponent, an opponent who could beat him in a real fight, Arman went out there and did exactly what he had to do. Then, against Georgio Poullas, the whole situation. So they're having a wrestling match, and Georgio is literally slapping him. These are slaps. Very disrespectful from Georgio. Arman stays composed. Obviously, he did get mad, but he stayed calm. And then when the match ended, when he took Georgio down, then he came with that punch. And then the brawl started. But many people, when a brawl starts, they seem to quiver. They try to hide. This guy is not hiding. He is there. He is looking for the brawl. He is looking for the fight. So there is no fear. There is confidence. There is inner self-belief. And I'm not saying that it's good to have these brawls and to be starting a brawl, but my point is, the guy is not afraid. He does not have any fear. Although he's not the strongest, he's not the biggest guy there, he's not the heaviest, he's not the tallest, he's not the most physically imposing guy there, but he's not afraid. He will fight if he has to fight. And if there is no fight, he will not start a fight. He will stay calm. And now even in the rematch against Giorgio, he was composed, relaxed. He was making jokes during the press conference before the fight, saying that he needs to first beat the bodybuilder and then he will speak about Ilia Topuria. But many people, after such a brawl, they'll probably be bringing this tension into the fight, in the rematch. Probably many people, after they have had such a brawl with another person, they will be worried. They will be thinking, what if this happens again? This guy doesn't have it. He's making jokes. He's asking Giorgio, what kind of businesses do you have? What kind of businessman are you? Making fun of him. He's basically been so relaxed, so calm, and that's his greatest strength, his relaxed, calm nervous system. He doesn't worry. He doesn't make problems bigger than they are. He walks everywhere with confidence, with authenticity, with authority, with self-belief. Many UFC fighters, when they're taking the microphone, they try to create a certain persona, a personality, a character. They're playing a character, they're playing a role. They're trying to sell tickets, they're trying to be interesting for the audience, for the public. Arman is not trying anything. He's just being himself. He's an authentic guy who is a phenomenal MMA fighter, who is very good at wrestling and grappling. And that's it. And he's confident. And he's confident about himself. And he believes in himself. And that's it. And that's the biggest strength, to have a relaxed nervous system, to not make things bigger than they are, not to create problems when there are no problems existing, just to stay calm. And this guy has that. And apart from that, let me tell you something else. Subconscious mind. Many people say, I want to be confident, I want to be strong, I want to enter a room full of belief in myself. But their subconscious mind is telling them, you're not good enough for that room. You're not supposed to be in that room. You're weak, you're a coward. So they act as if they're strong, as if they're charismatic, as if they're powerful. But their subconscious mind is telling them that they're not. And they come across as not authentic. However, in Arman's case, there is unity. Him wanting to be confident, to be strong, to be powerful, and him feeling deep down confident, strong, and powerful, they are combining Both of them are true. His conscious and subconscious minds both agree on one thing. I'm strong, I'm confident, I'm powerful, I'm the man. And that's why whatever he does it with full authenticity and confidence. He doesn't even speak perfect English. I mean, he is a better trash talker than many American guys, even though he does not even come from the United States, and even though he doesn't really speak perfect English. But it's just his personality, his authenticity, and his relaxation. He stays calm, composed, and relaxed in all situations. Now, of course, you might say, well, he headbutted Dan Hooker. Of course, that's not the right thing to do, but even that shows you that if you try to intimidate this guy, he will punch back. Even the situation with Bobby Green in the past, with King Green, when they had an altercation backstage, um, Tsarukyan is not afraid. If you want a problem with him, he will go there for you and he will fight you. So he's a mixture of no fear, of controlled and sometimes probably not controlled aggression, of self-belief, of confidence, of unity between conscious and subconscious minds, and a very calm and relaxed nervous system. That is Arman Tsarukyan, and that's why he's winning in life, because when you're in that state, you are manifesting everything. If you want to manifest things, you have to be calm and relaxed. You cannot manifest any success if you don't feel peace within yourself. But this guy feels peace within himself. He is confident in who he is, and that's why he keeps on growing and moving forward. And that's extremely important. So that's the video, guys. I truly appreciate you for watching the video. Make sure to follow the channel. As I told you, we will be going to Ireland, so big things are coming. I appreciate your support, and it's been a crazy journey, and I will be probably giving you some news very soon on the future of this channel. But your support is extremely important. If you want this channel to keep on existing, you need to be watching. And you need to be watching from the very start up until the very end. Because if you do not, then there will not be many videos coming. So I appreciate your support. Follow the channel. Warrior Code International. Let's go. Oos.